Of course I've got fucking bakeries.
Hello, welcome to the podcast. This is Not For Radio. We're your hosts, Dunc and Hyde. Jay Reeves sitting right over there.
Yeah.
Jeez, he's a bit on today. We go deep into PNG Revenge. That's Papua New Guinea. Danger hikes. Where to get a machete in New Zealand just from the market on the side of the road.
Yep. We jump on the back of the Bomb Squad's great work and ask the question that's been nagging all of us for eternity. Have you had more pints of beer or wanks?
Also, as well, there's a listener that got a tattoo or something stupid we said on the podcast. It's not a small one either. And then obviously war stories and a little bit of neighbour revenge to finish things off on the podcast today. So enjoy the potty.
Not For Radio with Jay and Dunc. Yummy.
Shout out to Classic Builders for backing Not For Radio. They're what we would call the people's builder,
Yes.
right across the country. Big enough to know exactly what they're doing, small enough for them to still answer the phone. So if you're thinking about building, have a chat to Classic Builders.
Chicken a chick, a Chinese chicken.
Attention snipers, gear up and hold your positions. It's time to load up some war stories. Your tales from the front line, brought to life. Prepare to fire.
Rightio, first war story of the day, Helen Menzies. Welcome to Not For Radio. I remember another day I was down the shed with my older brother Greg and some of his mates. To set the scene, this shed was down the back. The path to the shed had a 5-foot brick wall. On the other side was a 7-foot drop down to the paving and the pool. Back to the story. Well, this was 50 years ago in Western Australia. Blue flames were the latest fun trick. So here I am watching four boys on their back legs, flipped up over their chests, holding lighters as close to their rusty little bullet holes as possible to get the best effect.
Oh my God, this is so good. Blue flames were in fashion at the time.
One of his mates, let's call him Ian, because that's
his fucking name,
decided he would get the better access if he pulled his jeans right off and was just there in his jocks. The other boys thought, fuck, that's a great idea. Ian lights up and lets rip with a huge fart. Next minute, he's up and fucking out of there like a greyhound out the gates. We followed to see him jump the fence like a high jumper at the Olympics. Straight into the pool, crying his eyes out, begging us to call his mum. Turns out,
He'd sucked it inside.
Turns out, nylon undies are not a good thing to wear when you're doing blue flames because they'd fucking melted and stuck to his balls and asshole.
I don't know what's worse, sucking the flame inside or that. Shit A, shit B.
His mum had to take him to the doctors to get them removed. The poor prick couldn't sit properly for about a week.
He's sitting on the donut cushion.
But hey, he managed to have kids down the track, so no major damage to his nuts on picking. Love your show, guys. Up the motherfucking wires.
Amazing.
Thank you, Helen.
We're up to a tremendous start.
You can call them Jay and Dunc because that's their fucking names with a great big yarn and trips to the bars. Now we all shout up the wires.
Up the fucking
Look,
wires.
that was great, because pick that up, him not even... I just noticed I've got a knife on me.
Oh, what sword? Please talk us through your knife game.
So it was jiggling in my pocket.
I was going to check if you were carrying but today. Oh, that's a nice one. Where'd you get that one from?
The brother-in-law gave it to me. It's a little buck knife, a little skinning knife. It's a fucking belter.
Needs a sharpen.
It's brand spanking.
No.
I've just been cutting boxes with it.
Just wanted to be a wanker. It's actually pretty sharp.
Go, do the hair shave. Do the hair shave. Just see how it goes.
Nah. Oh.
You don't. You're holding it flat. You got to actually hold the thing on you.
Nah. That's a cool wee knife.
Yeah.
It's not illegal in New Zealand. You can carry 10 of those.
Yeah.
Benny Boy does.
This is a modern day machete.
Wow, fuck, I told this yarn like episodes and episodes ago. One time I was at the markets in Hamilton, which is about an hour and a half down from Auckland City, which is the biggest city in New Zealand. Saturday morning market, and they were selling, there was just fucking
What were you doing at the market?
it was that long ago, I forget, it'd be 15 years ago.
knives.
I think I was in the market for a machete, and I heard that they sell them there, and they fucking did. So some still had some watermelons, coconuts, and then just a fucking stack of machetes.
Sick.
So naturally, I got one,
You guys get this big bunch of coriander and a machete.
and it was a big fucker. The blade was probably 50 centimeters long on it, and it was just annoying to keep sharp, and then ended up binning it. It's a big blade.
We used to have them up on the farm. They'd be fucking big ones, like meter long blades on them.
Yeah.
Big scrub clearers. They were awesome. We'd use them for ring barking woolly nightshade and poisoning it.
There's a lot of don't argue when you're holding one of those.
Watching people go into battle with those is fucking great. I was watching this thing. Who was it? Joe Marler maybe had a guest on his pod, and he was talking about a team. He was talking to a guy who had a fucking massive chop across his arm from when these guys were in a club overseas. I don't know where it was, might have been Spain or something. And they ended up having a bit of a dust up with the locals at this pub. And they all pissed off, and they all came back with fucking metal bars and machetes and stuff. And then it was raining, so they kind of got broken up, and these guys descended on them. And the guy came running in. He thought he was just swinging a bar at him, so he held his arm up, and he just chunked his arm with a fucking machete.
Oh.
Whew.
There's a little part of me that goes, you're actually just a bit of a pussy if you bring a weapon to a fight. Like, it just means you're not that good at fighting.
Escalates it. I think I've told this story before as well. I went to boarding school with a guy who was 21 from PNG, and he had this huge, like, I'm talking, it would have been probably 2 or 3 inches wide, and I'm getting to the point where I tell you that it's a fucking scar on his leg, not talking about his cock. This massive scar that went from basically his hip down to his knee, and same thing again. So he's from the Highlands, and they lived in tree huts. Well, they were tree-dwelling folk from the Highlands of PNG, and they're beautiful people, but they do not fuck around when it comes to dusting up, and they are hyper-violent. Like, they will spend, have Māori have utu, which is revenge, which powers a lot, like forever.
Oh,
So
yeah.
They, the crew in PNG, people from PNG who spent time there will be able to probably articulate this better and fact check it a bit more. But if you've got a family feud, and I'm talking 3-4 generations ago,
Generations deep
that
feuds.
shit can flare up. And there was a story of a guy whose brother had been killed by another tribe. That they don't live that far apart. Like, this is like you fucking sight, line of sight from these other people.
Yeah.
And they just pick it and they go, right, we're fucking going at it. And the young bucks are in the front and the older boys are at the back. And the young guys in the front are not allowed anything other than blades. And they go in like a fucking blender into each other. And so he went running in, got an axe jammed into his leg, and just watched the guy's head get fucking lopped off in front of him from the guy behind him. Fucking heavy.
A bit different seeing that in real life, sitting on the TV with House of the Dragon.
Yeah, it was a harrowing chat for a young 14-year-old who'd just been ripping cones.
Anyway, mate,
Sitting down the
want a
back.
rollie?
Sitting down the back by the art block, and he recounted this tale. And also, he said that a person in his village spent years shaping this massive stone and drilling a hole through the top of the stone to fix it onto a club, just to smash the head in of the person who had killed his grandfather. And it was fucking wild.
It's a weird way to work out every day, spending 8 hours sharpening a stone.
Yeah, but just sits there just ruminating on this revenge. Another one they're telling us, he goes, if you are at war, because it's so misty, you can't see what trees people are up, and they're quite good at fucking hiding where they live. They fucking longhouses up these trees. It's massive, fucking full Avatar shit. And anyway, so if a baby is screaming at night and will give away their position, that's curtains for the baby. They just end it. Like, they don't even have a conversation. It's just they walk up to it, grab it, because they go, you could give away our position. And what they do is they light up all these light arrows up with a whole bunch of shit on the end of it, which is flammable, and they just shoot them all up the trees and just burn them all in the fucking tree huts.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's so heavy.
Man, I was worried I wasn't going to get my bin out on time today. Fuck. I thought I had a bit on.
Some travel packages, boys. Next trip for Sniper Elite.
What are flights to PNG?
I'd say fuck all.
My brother-in-law's actually walking some World War II trail in PNG at the
Best
moment,
of
or
luck,
about to
mate.
go or something.
Best of luck.
He's been doing a little bit of walking with your classic, like, I don't know, he's got a keg on his back or something, walking around home, doing the hills, getting used to it. But
It's not the fucking track that's the issue. It's the people that live up there. That's
yeah,
the
well,
issue.
that's what the guides are for. And so they tell you about what happened in World War II in these little parts along the track. But it's 90 kilometres, and it's something like 25k up and down.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. We had another friend, I've talked about him before on the pod too. He used to work in the gold mining part of it and flying the helicopters, and they'd shoot at the helicopters, literally like Avatar, when they'd be bringing these big, like, fucking ginormous bulldozers and diggers in to work in the mines, and there'd be people that have never seen a helicopter, never seen a bulldozer, just like, what is that? And it's just ping, 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 shooting bows and arrows at them. And because they live in a compound, and this goes back to the revenge thing. They get these two guards and they put them on the gate. This is when they're setting the company up over there. Put these two guards on the gate, and to stop them getting done over in their compound, they give these guards guns, and they're like, anybody that doesn't walk in with one of these lanyards, just fucking shoot them, because it's like ruthless. You can just mow somebody down. It's crazy. Anyway, so first night these boys were on the gate, and they hadn't known each other. Anyway, basically they put two and two together. Turns out they had family beef from about 6 generations back and blew each other away on the gate with the machine guns. Both the guards. Yeah.
Far out.
Far
Yeah, threatened by some dudes with machetes in Vanuatu.
Yeah.
Do you reckon they were good for it though?
Yeah, dude, 100p. We'd gone driving in a little mini moke, and we're like, oh, we'll do a whole lap of the island, thinking it was like Raro. Nah, this thing's like a 3.5 hour drive. Gets dark, and I come around the corner, and there's a massive pile of sand piled up in the middle of the road. And so I like stop to see how I can get around it. I pull over. I'm with my wife and these two other chicks. They're like, oh, we're busting for a wee. So they get out. They start weeding in the bushes. And as they're doing that, all these dudes like melt out of the forest with machetes. They're like crouched down in the grass. They can't see them. I'm like, girls, get in the car, please. They're like, what? Just a minute. And I'm like, get in the fucking car. And just like hooned like off the side of the road around it and just off into the darkness. I was like, I am not waiting to find out what these dudes want and why they've set a trap in the middle of the road.
Yeah.
Oh, bro.
Yeah, that was sketchy.
You're
as
just going to
hell.
stick to the touristy areas there, dear.
Yeah, definitely. Or just like, they say like don't go out after dark and stuff out of the resorts. We didn't realise it was going to take that long to drive. We just set off on like an afternoon picnic around the island, but then it got dark, running
Benny
low on
and three
fuel.
chicks.
Yeah.
I've seen this.
We're going to have to stay here tonight, girls. Burning.
Sorry.
I'm running home.
The lizard and the snakes.
I've had the time of my life, and I owe it all to Jay and Dunc on Not For Radio.
Right, this one, who'd this get sent through by? This got sent through by Natalie Eastgate. This is always a fun game. Natalie Eastgate writes, what's something you can say at the drive-thru and also in the bedroom? I'll start. That's not what I ordered. I will continue because Jay's still finding it. Are you open 24 hours? You always get a decent amount of breast here. I can see the machine is broken again. The machine. That's a big one. They were really grumpy last time I came. It normally doesn't take this long. Looks like the vanilla thick shake has leaked.
Tell the person behind me to stop honking.
We had this toy last week.
We're going to need more napkins and a moist towelette.
That's from Davey Young. Pull off to the side, please.
My wife would kill me if she knew I was back here.
Maddie Smith looking over my shoulder. You guys want anything back there? Hold the pickle.
You guys are about to cop it. We've got the whole sports team here.
I'm going to regret this in the morning.
I think a nugget just fell out.
Oh, I already used the self-service kiosk.
I used to do this kind of work when I was at uni.
I'll have a number 2, thanks. Oh, well done. Couple of messages from the sniper line. If you do want to send us one, very easy. You can. There's a bit of space in the inbox at the moment, so you can fire that through. And it could just be like, you could be listening to an old episode like last week or whatever, and you might be like, oh yeah, I've got something to say off the back of that. Any feedback, anything you want to hear on the podcast, anything, we're up for it. You just send it through. You can click on the show notes. You'll find a link tree, and then there's a button that says send us a yarn like Brody has.
G'day, fellas.
G'day, mate.
A couple questions. First question is Sniper Elite corporate box that Go Media Stadium?
Yes,
What do you reckon?
100%.
And then second question is, grand finals? Lars?
Yes,
Is there a
100%.
trip? What are we doing?
Fucking hell. It's like he's been in our meetings. That is crazy.
Yeah, so there's a fucking. Normally I'm the leakiest in here. I am the sieve.
So I'm looking around. I was the only other one in the.
Yeah.
Now I'm starting to think, was I drinking during the week again when we were at the meetings?
Might have been voice memoing somebody for 2 a.m. on a Sunday morning. Basically, long story short, we're looking at getting together a collection of humans for a corporate box at a WARS game before the end of the season, and that would be an indicator as to how many games are left. So we're just locking that in at the moment. We're looking at flying a couple of people over. It would be nice to get somebody down from the Northern Hemisphere as well for that. So watch the space is what we're going to say. And then when it comes to the grand final, of course, the mighty WARS are going to be in there.
Well, hopefully, and we do have an outfit we can team up with as well. So essentially, I think we're going to meet in next week. We'll go through and see how much is in the kitty for us to tip back in. But that's essentially what we want to keep using the Sniper Elite funds for. We say it's like shouting us a beer.
Yeah.
Might be shouting yourself a trip.
Yeah. The whole they've basically held a couple of packages for us, this crew that we work with, for the grand final. So they've put them aside in the hope, because the problem is the grand final bleeds straight into Bathurst the following weekend. But he's already going. You're going to the grand final. He's already there.
going. Tickets booked, flights booked.
Yeah, which means there's going to be a spare
Yes.
bed at Bathurst, because Benny's going to go MI and if we're in the grand final,
Beds are for losers anyway, mate. He needs to sleep.
if the WARS, or should I say, when the WARS are in the finals and they win it, I'm going missing for 2 weeks as well. So there's really opened up some spots on that Bathurst trip.
Watch this space then.
Yes.
I'm still weirded out by how he just picked out. That was two of the things that we've been working on in the background. But good to know we're on the same page. This I want to play for you. I don't know if you can bring this up in front of us, Atomic, what I sent through to you. So there's a bloke by the name of... Did I send it through? Yeah, I did. Before we started recording now. There is a bloke... I'll just grab his name. Who was going to get a tattoo. Remember we were talking about this the other week, the tattoo?
Yeah.
His name is Richard Pond Hunter Davis, and he's now got the tattoo
Of?
Eagles May Soar. This is just getting the paper towel sprayed down in the tattoo shop.
It's a
and
full calf.
full calf. This is the artwork we came up with on the podcast. And if you look closely there, it says Eagles may soar, but weasels don't get sucked into jet engines. And it's got a weasel flying a jet plane
Chewing
with an eagle getting sucked in the front of it.
That is wicked.
Whole calf piece. So you better see that if you watch it on Spotify or on the YouTube app as well. But yeah, fucking very impressive. We've got Gussie here on the sniper line with a little bit of sleep mischief.
How are boys? How
Good.
are ya? Anyway, going off the back of your accidental nudes thing you had going off. So about 15 years ago, early doors of my marriage, lived in a barn conversion on a farm,
Sick.
an active farm as well. So I don't know what time of the morning it was. The wife woke up because she's heard the door and open and close. She's looked out the window and there's me walking up the main yard. Thankfully, the landowner weren't awake by this point, so it must have been early. There I am, as naked as the baby, shoes on, bag over my back, just walking up the yard. She's come out with a dressing gown, threw it over me, guided me back in. Not that putting a dressing gown over me would have made much difference. I'm hung like a Ken doll, and, they're having sex like two lesbians having a scissoring session, so God knows. So anyway, see you ladies, and have a good one. Up the motherfucking wires.
Up the wires, Gus, you're amazing. Hung like a Ken doll is one of the great calls.
Having sex is like two lesbians scissoring. Oh, fuck. It's so good. Shit.
There's a podcast we want to say well done to because we've debated this one at length.
This is the Bomb Squad, and these lads are, I think, one of the funniest combos of human beings around. And they posed this question, which you hear it once and you're like, okay, classic. That's quite a funny thing to sort of bounce around in your head. But the more you sit there and marinate in this, the more fucking crazy it actually gets. So the question is, have you had more pints or tugs in your life? So have you had more beers or jerked off more, jerked off times?
Can we get some clarification on this? Because I've thought about this and I'm like, man, I love smashing piss, right? Love a wank too, but like love smashing piss. Great at it. And I'm like, definitely more pints. But is a tug, is it like one movement is one?
Oh, no, it's
No,
finish.
finish. Well,
Finish. I'm definitely beers.
Do you have a sip and then go, okay, sweet, then I've finished a pint? No, you have it. So
Start to finish.
So play the clip so we can actually hear their take on it. When then I've got something to add.
Do you think you have had more pints or tugs in your life? Tugs.
Pints. You've had more walks than pints.
Yeah, think how many down days you would have where you're still cranking hog.
Think how many down days you have where you drink yourself into a coma.
Well, think how many times you want to empty the bag after you've had pints.
But the amount of pints you'd have in a night, and then I think of the amount of 2-day, 3-day benders, it has to be more pints.
But how many tugs did you have before you sipped the pint at all?
Well, I discovered that
You got a real head start on tugs.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But I made up for lost time. I think more pints. I hope more pints.
It couldn't be. I don't think so.
You're a pervert, man.
So if we just pause that up, so this is, and somebody will be able to sort of draw this out. So the timeline that I'm running in my head. So I'm a pictorial person. So basically, I found out that I could blow chips when I would have been about maybe late 12, 13, early 13. So at this stage, I hadn't had a beer, and the second I found out that something came out the end of my cock other than piss, geez, I just didn't let it go. I ripped it off its hinges at every possible opportunity I get. This is being honest. And there'll be people out there that go,
tell.
Bullshit. People going out there go, bullshit. You would have done it too. Be honest. Okay, so I'm thinking there was a frenetic pace in. Sometimes, I mean, I'm not saying that I'd be going 20 times a day, but I wouldn't be far off it. I was absolutely feverish.
No wonder you're so jacked as a 12-year-old.
So it's got crab arms.
Just fucking Popeye.
So then I reckon that I probably didn't really get into drinking piss. I would have had like a couple of beers at 14, 15. At that stage, I was still pretty fit and playing sport, so there wasn't really any boozing at that stage. And we lived on a farm, so if I was going out to parties, I was driving. But I was still feeding the chooks on a regular basis. I had a girlfriend at that stage as well, and at that point in time, the chemicals that are washing the body just keep the body fired right up. So you're just at every opportunity, like just destroying yourself. So just like plunging yourself like a block shitter. And so by the time I got to about 16, where I was in a serious relationship and it was a sexual relationship, I was still probably going 1-to-1 with the amount of like pipe being laid and also just barbecuing alone. And the boozing wasn't as high. So I reckon at this stage, the wanks are well exceeding the beers. And then I kind of got into a serious relationship and that sort of buttoned off. And then at that stage, it was probably more beers.
And then you get married and the wanks shoot right back up.
So I'm going through the whole life cycle here. So now at this stage, I'm in a relationship and I'm probably drinking more and I'm having less masturbatory acts.
Can someone please animate this?
Yeah. And then I make the New Zealand Wakama team, so the training is right up there. So I basically didn't drink piss for 2 years. So then the pints drop off and I'm full of testosterone because I'm jacked and ready to go to the Worlds. So I'm just feeding the chooks like they are starving. And then once again get into a serious relationship, and then I get the job at MTV and I'm teaching, so there's quite a bit of piss drinking when you're teaching. And then back into MTV days, so now the scale's right out. But now you're in the full flow of you're drinking most days a week, but at the same time you're still feeding the chooks because there's quite a bit going on in the system. So that's when they're probably cancelling each other out. Then I met my wife. They would have laid off for a little bit, but then I was away for a bit, so then it would sort of skew the other way. But the job was quite booze heavy. Then we started a piss company, so the piss is right up there again. And then I got married, and then that's sort of the boozing got up there, the wanking dropped off again. Then Anna got pregnant, and so at that stage we were going through IVF, so I was wanking a heap for that as well. And so I wasn't allowed to drink because your sperm's so shit when you're drinking. So So there's no drinking, heaps of wanking because you got to do samples. And then she got hyperemesis, so she couldn't touch me. So then the wanking went through the roof again, and then the drinking caught up. And I reckon that, like, if you followed it's like this the whole way through to now.
Ship ride at Rainbow's Edge.
Right up to modern day, where I just sat in the car and had a beer and a wank.
Someone needs to animate this. Like the other day, we were talking about the amount of beers that every nation drinks.
Yeah.
For your 4 different elements that are happening throughout the years, with the years ticking by and what's in front and the total.
If you could have a beer in a car and then just a person wanking and the other one, they just slowly overtake each other on the highway.
Just stretch way out in front. I mean, there'll be a wizard listening that's good at animation or knows how to jam it out in AI.
But the Bomb Squad pod, a cracking pod, they're hilarious.
I just like, this is, I reckon, and if I'm being brutally honest, conservatively, I've been drinking for about 27 years, from probably, if I'm realistic, the age of 14.
Yeah.
And I reckon on average, like just throwing a number out there, it'd be about 18 beers a week if I was to average it out.
You thirsty bastard.
And then, so that's 25,272 beers.
Yeah.
You're saying
and I just don't, like, is that physically possible? Surely you'd wear the fucking thing out if you had that many.
It's a valid point.
25,000.
That's crazy, eh? You know what it pays not to ever do? Is that calculation. And also how much money you've spent on piss.
Nope,
so divide 25,000 by 12 and then times that number by conservatively about 25 to 30 bucks.
Not even close. Like if we're going off average research.
It's only 63,000. I'm okay with that.
The average man beats it 3 times a week, 15 times a month. That's only 180 times a year compared to 25,000 pints.
Over the space of his time, there's been
over
100,
27 years.
Yeah, but that's still
about a third of it.
JB higher than most. Right, let's do real heroes of real estate.
Real heroes of real estate.
Haven't done one for a while. We've got Bree from Tampa, Florida, who's amassed an enormous following online, and you're about to see why. So we're tipping the tip of the hat from myself and Jay, and saying that you, Bree, are a real hero of real estate.
This house is the exact shade of brown from 2 Girls, 1 Cup. If you haven't seen 2 Girls, 1 Cup, look it up. It's a beautiful story about 2 women sharing a bowl of ice cream. 4 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, $725,000. Now I want a bowl of ice cream. People actually live here. They have chocolate ice cream. There's no artwork. How long have they lived here? 10 minutes? Roses, I said. No. I like tulips. Melania and I sleep in different rooms. It's not weird. Gen Z will never understand that the internet we had growing up was the Wild West. I was 14 clicking next on chat roulette for 5 hours straight. That does something to you. Speaking of chat roulette, that reminds me of my uncle. When you get your real estate license, you legally have to advertise your full name, Brianna Banasiski, which scared the shit out of me. If you look up my last name, you'll find my family tree of mugshots. So before I got my license, I looked up my last name just to see what would pop up. And I found a video of my uncle off. And you might be saying to yourself, what does that have to do with you? Who cares? He uploaded it to YouTube. I'd like to dedicate this one to my uncle. Ew! Whatever, I'm sure you guys have all seen your uncle's d- I'm just glad mine was through a computer screen. Share this with someone who's interested in this house, or too interested in their own uncle.
Shit, that's so good.
It's so hectic. But you know what? That cuts through the noise. That's very well done.
For whatever reason, because of the way my brain operates, the chaos that she was talking about was fill for me checking out the house. That's a cool ass house. You notice that pretty much in every single shot, they framed up the fan in that top right hand corner. There must be like 30 fucking fans in that house because there's that many in there.
What I noticed is that her uncle jacked off and put it on YouTube.
And they've got one of those sliding pool covers.
Oh, that's sick, eh? Yeah.
And the uncles had more beers.
We're going to do another one of those tomorrow because I've got an absolute ripper one. Got a little bit of feedback here, and this is from one of our episodes from Sarah Birmingham. UK pies, pie chat. All right, fellas, I need to correct a massive misconception here. The idea that we English don't put bottoms on our pies. That is simply not true. In fact, we literally have an old innuendo about pies having a soggy bottom. So the bottom clearly exists. We actually have a wide variety of pies in the UK. For example, pork pie is served cold with hot water, crusty pastry. Elite but controversial.
So this is they do a pork pie at the local local butchers that we go to. They're famous for it. The Westmead butchers famous for their pork pies because they have serviced a large portion of a recently retired English community that's moved to New Zealand. They fucking love them. But these things, I've never had one, but they look horrific. Not their ones necessarily, but the idea of eating a cold pork pie.
Bring it in.
Traditionally, the pork pie is a lot of head meat and heaps of gelatin, which makes it up. So it's almost like, kind of like a French terrine inside a fucking soggy bit of pastry.
I mean, you can't diss it until you try it. You're there more often than I am. I'll eat it.
Double pennied.
Mate, we're fucking eating fermented fish last week. This is an upgrade. I'll take a pie, any sort of pie. I'd eat a pie of lips and arseholes before I'd have that fucking fermented fish again.
It's crook.
Also, dessert pies, and honestly, in my opinion, the only pies worth the effort of making.
Yes.
Puff pastry pies where the pastry is just slapped on top. Not going to lie, I'm fine with this because I don't even like pastry. It gets turfed to the fella while I eat the meat and gravy like a normal person. Then we've got shepherd's pie, cottage pie, which frankly should not be called pies at all. They're a fucking joke and I'll die on that hill. Brand-wise, yes, we have the classics, Frey Bentos and Puka pies. Again, a bit shit.
Puka pies.
Puka. But iconic nonetheless. All in all, England actually has a large range of pies with different pastries and fillings. Meat and gravy are basically a national food group here, which is also why barbecue fully hasn't taken off. We don't have the weather. We save barbecues for our summer, which lasts approximately 2 hours. And in those 2 hours, we must, by law, go to a beer garden, dry all the washing outside, do the barbecue tea for the family, make a day trip to the beach, and moan that it's too fucking hot. All of this squeezed into a couple of hours between some rain. Our version of low and slow pulled pork, preferably it is on a freezing cold day, in a bap, a bread roll. A bap is a Brummy word, with apple sauce, absolute top tier comfort food. So lads, I officially invite you both, next time you're on a break, to cross the big, big pond and come and sample our pies and pulled pork. You'll complain, but secretly you'll love it.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Yeah. They do, yeah.
Do they have it? Like, this sounds like a real stupid question, but do they have roll normal bakeries over there?
No, they don't have bakeries at all.
They don't have a bakery.
No bakeries.
Fuck, the British would love bakeries. They miss it. I almost feel like crying for them. Why do they not have a bakeries? Insert picture here of a cabinet of all the cabinet food at a bakery in New Zealand. Fucking get that in your mixer. There's a business idea for someone over there.
Of course, I've got fucking bakeries.
What do they have in their ones?
Fucking bakery food.
I don't know.
Same shit as us.
I want to see a picture.
Send your local bakery pictures to Dunc.
Oh, this is like fucking
shit,
bakery porn. Bakery UK menu.
It's like the French don't have bakeries. Fucking what are they thinking?
I don't know if they are the same, bro.
They would have bread rolls, loaves of bread, slices. I'm guessing they probably won't have like
They've got
skewers
extra virgin olive oil mousse cakes.
What?
Flourless chocolate. Fucked if I know. They've got sourdoughs. Basil and tomato buns. Nah, I think I'm missing. We'll have to go and check this out for ourselves in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I reckon that we will be pleasantly surprised.
Macaroons, fruit tarts, they can fuck off. Yuck. Quiches, no, it's just shit pie.
Quiches.
I love a quiche.
No, like if you had a pie and a quiche, you're not choosing the quiche.
Depends how I feel
Like, but if you had no
When
pie
you ever
and the
feel
quiche turned up, you would have one.
Quiche is iconic for breakfast. It's like bacon and eggs, but you can eat it on the go.
It's a fucking bacon and egg pie.
A quiche is totally different.
I know that's why you have a bacon and egg pie because it's breakfast and pastry. A quiche is a wanker's version of a breakfast.
Guys, I reckon we could fight over this.
I will die on this quiche hill.
I don't know, man.
As a person, as probably the only person that's worked in a bakery, I can tell you the one thing that was generally left over at the end of the day were fucking quiches. And we used to get these big, long, serrated bread knives, and my mate Willie would throw them to me, and I'd go like this above my head, and they'd just get fucking
You're a quiche ninja.
Yeah. It was awesome.
You do well in Papua New Guinea.
Oh, I'm looking forward to going to a UK one.
Yeah, just walking in there. Wow.
Wow, you guys.
fucking-
Wow.
apple
She said they have
slice.
pies and they
Wow.
don't. Wow. I'm on a menu of one now. Do we want to run through it? They got burgers and nachos sold at the bakery. Not a real bakery.
Well, we sell deep fried sausages and sticks with dim sums on them and shit. The Australian bakeries are the roguest. Say, yeah, g'day, mate, just a couple of fucking dimmies and a scabby cock things. Let's go.
And they'll know exactly what you mean when you say that. Should we finish up with a wee war story? Oh, do we want to have we had an update on how many tickets left for the Liverpool live show?
I think we're about 100 out from selling out.
Of all 600? Or
It's about 550 was the cap.
sick.
Yeah.
All right, well, fucking get amongst that. So that will sell out. Some people are, notoriously late to commit to things like that. But we say it with the Rock 2000 live show for our radio station. Buy the ticket, sort the accommodation out later.
And can we say that I dropped off the Not For Radio hats at the shipping agent today? So there are 300 Not For Radio hats that are getting sent straight to Liverpool to be sold at the gig. Cash monies only.
Well, that's fucking epic. That'll
Yeah.
get a few
So-
more people across the line. If we don't, we'll sell them. I assume we will. We'll bring them to Easdale as well.
It'll be first in,
The
first
Stones
served.
coming.
Yeah, first in, first served.
I'm about that far away from locking in our guest too, which I won't mention who it is, but I've texted him. Apparently he's keen. We may be calling him tonight. He's got a huge following on social media. That's the only clue I'll give you. Like well over 500,000 followers.
Okay.
So we're not fucking around. Right.
We may also, I'm working on a.
You're working on another angle. Then I'm like, geez, do we need to do 2 shows?
This one here.
Because we could do a whole episode with the person you're lining up.
Yeah, the only way that we will ever get the greatest fucking story out of this bloke will be at a live show where it will never be recorded to be passed on.
Benny Boy's literally going to be walking around with 2 big buckets for everyone to put their phones in.
Yeah. I literally.
Hello, mate, what's your number? And then I'll ring it, and then there it is, dig it out, give it to them.
Yeah. It'd be mad if we did.
Jay literally came into work after one of the stories I'm thinking of from this bloke, and he was fucking rattled the next day, and it took him 3 days to come right, and he lost sleep over it.
Yeah, and so
it's super wild.
I was like, that's crazy. And then I took my mate Aston along, and he recounted the story, and same thing. He messaged me 2 days later going, I feel fucking different after hearing that.
Yeah, it shakes you to the core.
Mad, yeah.
It's just crazy how someone can operate in situations like that.
Yeah, yeah.
And then just be like, fucking sweet ass. Yeah, it's truly bizarre. So that would be sick. But I don't know. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. I don't even know if there's any more time to record if we sell out this show and we want to do another one. And we've got time earlier in the week. I don't know if the Liverpool Comedy Club does, but this is a problem that will be a good problem to have.
Judging by the schedule that they've got, that has absolutely packed every single night of the week because it's like a comedy fest.
Yeah, they're going hard for 4 days.
Yeah.
We do have the space for 2 hours, though. We can start the show earlier, maybe.
We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But anyhow, if you haven't got your tickets and you're in the area and you want to pop on up and head across, that'd be rad. It'd be great to catch up with them. And lots of people.
Then you'd have to do, 2 45-minute shows. I love it how everyone gets just listen to us figuring shit out on the fly.
You just do the one show just longer.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm thinking getting more. What if it sells out, though? Do we want to get more people through and have 2 different guests?
We'll keep logistics on the pod so you can hear us figure it out in real life.
550 people in the first show and 3 blokes sitting in the whole auditorium for the second.
We'll just take them back to the green room and just smash piss with them. Just give them a live show. That sounds more like it.
Snipers, reload. Another war story incoming. Eyes on target, scopes dialed in. Let's see who hits the mark.
Right, this is quite a random one, but I'm going to read it anyway. And then you're not going to be like, at the end, you're going to go, okay. I bought my current house 6 years ago. I have a neighbour, let's call him Bob, because that's not his fucking name, who is a prisoner transport van driver. Usually a cop who messes up really bad and gets demoted to this job as the last resort before being kicked out of the force. Shortly after we moved in, he decided to wear his uniform and gun and come onto my property and yell at me about my kids riding dirt bikes in and out of the neighbourhood, while his kids were doing the same thing. 2 years later, he's doing the same thing, yelling, this time spitting on my face in rage about them driving pickup trucks. His boys still doing the same thing. Another time he comes over yelling about my younger kids being on his property, talking about having trespassed and claiming they will be filing a civil lawsuit against me about it. All these interactions pass with me straight-faced, biting my tongue, trying not to end up in jail for another premeditated murder.
Another premeditated.
My wife and kids in the house watching me get berated on the front porch was fucking awesome as well. He's basically a stereotypical douche renter cop with anger issues. About 6 months ago, his eldest son, a juvenile delinquent kid really into drugs and alcohol, crashes his truck and died while under the influence.
Fuck.
He came to my door 2 days later and wanted to talk. I was nervous about what? He was apologetic about everything he'd said in the past and wanted to clear the air. Claimed his concerns were all about his kids not getting hurt. Blah, blah, blah. Let's just say I had to dig deep to offer him sympathy and prayers, but I haven't had any problems with him since. I think if your terrible neighbours get in a rough spot and you get a chance, you should attempt to get to know them just a little bit better. You never know what trials people may be having. So fuck, just a bit of a random one. And then on that, I think he could have done this a few... Where is it? Fuck, I saw this pop up earlier. This is Neighbour Revenge.
Yes.
Okay. So we will eat on a bit of a giggle because this, I don't know why I find this so fucking funny. Mainly because it's cheap and you can be in and out in like 20 seconds and fuck up their day. Thanks, Alex Crawford. I once filled the front door lock with super glue. And then another one here from Brian Delve. I shot their pop-up swimming pool with my air gun and it split.
Yeah, this one here from Wayne Downer. The neighbour screwed me over by lighting a big fire when we had an open home on. So I called the fire brigade and sorted the prick out. Then the next day, I leant a ladder against his water tank, took the lid off, and with a handwritten letter in his letterbox said, as a concerned neighbour, we saw your next door neighbour at number 7, the next one down, taking a shit in your water tank. He hit me up and I said, maybe I did, maybe I didn't. He drained it and got it cleaned out, which pissed him off big time as he was broke.
Fuck, that's so good.
Hang on. This is great. I love these ones.
Neighbour Revenge.
Emerald, for the last few months, I've been feeding raccoons. And the past week or so, I've been moving the food and throwing it missing the roof vent in their house. 3 nights ago, he came home with 2 bags of traps. So he's just basically baiting them into getting fucked up by raccoons. Trev, good few years ago, had a couple of mates whose elderly parents had died within a week of each other, and the 2 brothers were left to sort out the house sale. Me being an electrician, they asked me to sort a few jobs for the sale. We all went upstairs. While going through the jobs, I glanced out the window and noticed the nice word... the nice words C-U-N-T and 4-foot darker coloured letters in the manicured grass on the lawn. Mate said the dad had pissed off a neighbour who had lovingly sprinkled some sort of weed killer one night in revenge. Their dad had just tried to reseed it but had picked the wrong grass. It's been there a good few years. Made us laugh, still does.
It's gone from being like average grass to super green healthy grass. Half that shit's covered in fertiliser when you plant it now, eh? Oh, that's magic.
Thank you very much.
Right, we've got a classic yarn to announce on the podcast tomorrow. Speaking of the classic, this podcast is brought to you by Classic Builders. Over 30 years building homes around the country with options from house and land through to designing something around your budget and lifestyle. If you and the family are talking about getting into a new place, have a look-see at Classic Builders. Have a great rest of your Thursday. Go well, go long, and up the wires.
You've been listening to Jay and Dunc's Not For Radio podcast. Thanks for listening. I hope to see you soon.